Hi, my name is Rina and welcome to my channel. Today I'll show you my newest painting time-lapse of my painting called Serene. This is my very first portrait oil painting and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I've been working on it for quite long now, just because I'm not very comfortable with this medium yet, and also because I've been dealing with a lot of if I continue with this painting, I'm sure it's going to be ruined. I'll try later. Yes, a lot of self-doubt. I was actually going to call this piece Ladybug, but I changed my mind. My intention was to paint a big ladybug on her face, but it didn't feel right in the end, so I dropped it. I feel like you can't always plan how your art is going to turn out. So here I'm finishing up my first layer of the skin, and I actually liked the color of it, but I feel like I rushed through it and it turned out being kind of messy and not blended enough for my taste, so I'm going to redo it later in the video. It didn't turn out as I wanted it to in the end though, as I'm not good at blending colors yet, so she became very yellow. But yeah, that's a thing I think that will get better over time. I used about 7 hours on this painting, and I don't know if I maybe should have put more time into it, but I felt like I wanted to finish this one and move on to a new project, as I'm a newbie in this game and I want to try new things. I do know now that my absolute favorite medium is oil paint. I really love to work with it. I feel like I'm struggling a lot with illustration in pencils or ink, but when I get that oil brush on canvas, magic happens and I suddenly feel like I can art, if you know what I mean. I feel like I cheated on this one though. I know that beginner artists should work from the bottom up, but I found a reference photo on pexels.com and I printed it out and transferred it onto the canvas. I don't know if that's really a bad thing, but I felt like I got a lot of training out of it anyways, as I learned a lot about how shadows fall and the contours of the face and neck, and the flower around her is drawn and painted from reference, not transferred as the girl herself, so I was very inspired by flowers from Asia. I love the cherry blossoms on the branch over her head, for example. I also love the purple water lily, how it turned out in the end. It was really fun to paint flowers. The branch I freehanded though, but I think it made the composition a little weird. Everything else in the painting is in frame and not touching the edges, but the reason that I did this way is a little embarrassing. The reference photo I used cropped out the top of her head, so I was very unsure of how I should do it. I ended up drawing the branch there as a way of hiding the hair a little, and I think it turned out okay too, but I feel like I need to work on my composition a lot. Now I'm working on the second and, in this painting, final layer of skin. I felt the blending and shadows this round turned out as I wanted, except for two things. As I mentioned earlier in this video, the color, which is way too yellow in my opinion, and secondly, I felt like I made her cheeks look really puffy. You'll see what I mean when the face is done, I guess. It was very fun and very pleasing to see this painting come together while I painted it, but I was quite, I want to say crippled, like the whole experience. I know it's probably because I'm so new to this medium and, well, drawing and painting in general, but I feel self-doubt in every stroke I make with the brushes. Is that something that will go away with time? I really hope so, at least. It's not like I have a comfort zone yet. You know how artists say that if you want to practice, you have to go out of your comfort zone? Well, I'm out of my comfort zone every time I enter my studio. But what I like about that is that I can surprise myself with my abilities. I get excited when I finish a painting or drawing because I can say, I made this! And it's a really good feeling. Here I am at the point where I stop adding new things to my painting and just touch up everything in it. I love that you have this ability in oil paints more than with, for example, watercolors. This part is something that I also don't love about this painting though. Her lips. I don't know why, but lips is something that I really struggle with. Like, how do you get the lips to naturally slide over in skin tone without losing the shape of the lips? Maybe if you paint someone with very bright lipstick color or something, but I feel like natural lips is something of the hardest things I can paint or draw. Lastly, I go over all of the flowers one more time, taking more time on some than others. I am very happy with how the flowers in this piece turned out just the way I wanted them. I wanted it to be a quiet and calm addition in the painting, since the girl has such a calm expression, and I thought these flowers were perfect for that. I don't feel like I have much more to add in this voiceover part, but I hope you enjoyed watching me paint this piece. Do you think Serene is a fitting name for it? I feel calm just by looking at her, but people can interpret things differently. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also feel free to subscribe if you want to follow my art journey further. I post every Friday. Watch till the end to see the final result. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!